chipper, and they are killing everything that moves. And then with all that, we can't ignore the role that foreign powers, either through direct support or indifference, have played in making this violence possible. And there, as far as the RSF, its biggest backer has been the United Arab Emirates, which has been supplying money and arms for the group. And with that, you had Cameron Hudson, a former chief of staff to successive U.S. presidential special envoys for Sudan, saying the war would be over if not for the UAE. The only thing that is keeping them in this war is the overwhelming amount of military support that they're receiving from the UAE. And notably, with that, the UAE gets a lot of support from the United States of America, and we've seen very little pushback on that from
why are you sighiling
the Congress, right? Yes, you had a bipartisan group of senators issuing a statement condemning the violence and calling for the RSF to be designated a foreign terrorist organization, and even noting foreign backers of the RSF and SAF, including the United Arab Emirates, Russia, Iran, China, and governments in the immediate region, have fueled and profited from the
I got like two main objectives. I gotta hit a road, and I gotta fix the little antenna on the blue tarp building.
Yeah, I need that too.
I tend to find more of both over that way.
My sound's down. I'm going to turn it up. Oh, kitty.
Let's probably on purposely avoid the little center of the forest because it is spooky.
All right. Oh, kitty. Don't scratch me. That's cool. I have like a weird thing on my backpack. It's like the same exact engine as Once Human. Hello. Don't start none, won't be none. Are you alone? Do you have a team? Can kill her if you want. Oh. No. Interesting.
Are y'all doing a murder?
No, we ran into a trio. At least 2 of the 3, I don't know. And they didn't fire, so we didn't fire. Now we're on our way to you. Oh, surveyor. Ooh. Yeah, thank you. I didn't see it. Ooh, nice shot. Is he down? No. Wait, where is this guy? Oh. God damn it. He's in the second floor window. Coming in behind you. He's right here. Right here. Yep. Got to get away from his field of fire. Yeah. Good shit. Pro shit. Thank you.
Wait, is that a bot or a player?
That's a player, and we got a team, and you could help us. She killed one. What? Both 2 of the 3? I don't know. Yeah, 2 of the 3. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I'm on the fucking side.
Yeah.
The other one somewhere.
Oh, here he is. There's 2 bodies on the other side of this building at the front door. Probably check there. But I mean, watch your step. We don't know if there's anybody else. Actually, I think she killed them all. So. Oh, what's that?
Do either of you know what your missions are for your thing?
The one you mentioned about the roof, I think I've got to do that one.
Yes.
I need all 4.
So we have to find a box somewhere and then bring it to center.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. I just never actually managed to do the connection yet. I don't know where a box would be at all.
Last time I found one, it was in hydroponic, but that's a dangerous place.
I think I was just fired at by a suppressed. I don't know though.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I think it was the suppressed, right? Did you hear it too? Yeah.
I'll just choose to believe that it was the wind.
Yeah, no, that was suppressed, and they're like somewhere around us. So keep going. There, left side team right there. I'm marking.
Friendly,
Be nice
friendly.
to me.
Friendly,
We're friendly, don't worry.
friendly.
Oh, okay.
We're friendly. We're just here to loot. Y'all have a good one now.
No box. Hey, pro tip, in case you didn't already know, the canisters that your teammates open, if you open them, you do get XP. That is a rocketeer up there.
Ooh. Yeah. Maybe we get cover. Yeah, not too
This
good.
thing's like instantly killing you.
Yeah, good die. I didn't see him because of the tree. Oh, my game froze for a second. What happened? Did I DC? No.
It's quite unfortunate that they looted that probe, so I don't think that counts for me, even though I opened it.
Yeah, 18 minutes. I don't know. We can probably find one like 8 minutes, maybe at the building. I don't know.
Just walk the other direction.
Yeah, it's like a random guess now.
So allegedly there should be more probes than usual on the map.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch. I've just really don't like carrying them.
Oh, here's one. Here's one.
Nice. I'm just watching this building here. Right on.
Sweet. So now I just gotta find a blue thing and fix it and then leave. There's another beacon over here.
Oh, what's that? Uh-oh. Oh, it's that thing? Okay. I thought we aggro. That sounds like a big thing.
This is tougher than actual enemies.
Oh, I got knocked as the shield went up. I'm sorry. Ugh. Oh, good job. Carried again. Thank you.
These robots are ruthless as fuck. God.
What, you fought well.
Conflict and economized the monster destroying Sudan, but
I am fresh out of shield meds, so
I have band-aids here. I don't know if we can trade them though, can we? Oh,
You can like heal people.
oh yeah, I can heal you. I can heal you, right? Here, use on other, but you're like in a thing, so. I've got 7 herbal, 6. Sorry, I got 1 herbal and 5 normal. 2 shield rechargers. I'll do your shield too here. Hold on.
yeah, thank you. I have 1 band-aid.
There we go. And then bandages.
Yeah, I'm pimp chimping for the rest.
Oh yeah, you're full. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't look at your bar. That ledge was brutal. I couldn't get away. He just pinned me there.
It came out of nowhere, I swear to God.
Yeah, Raider hatch key. Oh, I needed to do the device. I forgot.
That one's closing really soon, so I don't know if we can even make it there.
Yeah.
2 minutes, man.
Let's go Red Lake. Hey, look, a field depot.
Sure.
I mean, no box to repair it, but
There maybe be one in here.
Don't know.
I don't know.
oh, okay.
Oh,
wait,
you found
I'm
it,
thinking
yeah.
of something else,
She
but
found a
it is-
box,
let me
which is
do
good.
this.
Yay, we're gonna get credit for this one too.
Oh, I can't run with it. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
quite
but you
heavy,
can't
though.
shoot,
Heavy.
so throw it if we get shot at. This is good. We got a lot of credit. Thank you guys. I hate doing stuff like this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Okay, I'm completely full, so any other loot's all you.
Yeah, I'm stuck. I gotta hopefully survive the next that.
Yeah.
This would be fun.
Hi, kitty.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Oh, kitty. What's that sound? Oh no, what the fuck? Oh, I got aggro. Shit. Ah! God damn it, I'm alt tabbed. Ah, God damn it, I keep alt tabbing for some reason. Sorry, I alt tab by mistake. Ugh.
Down in the trees.
I was like, what the hell is that sound? It was like way high in the sky. I didn't know. I think I see something shooting. Oh, yeah. I took what I could get off that if you want to check. I don't know. There is loot on it.
Hey, does anybody have some rubber parts? I need to craft another shield thing.
Look, I'm checking. Flex rubber.
I do not.
Yeah, I just need like 4 pieces of rubber.
Yeah,
Or
I
something
could
to
drop
be
to
crafted
ground
down
here.
in rubber.
They're on the ground there, right there. See it? And then just scrap
Oh,
it.
that's the fancy. I mean,
So
okay.
scrap it. You'll get the
I'll
rubber.
take it.
Yeah, I need the room. Just take it, man. I don't care about this loot.
My inventory is so full.
What does a wasp driver do?
They're important for some guns and then upgrading some of your benches.
Oh, it's in my quick. Oh, duh! It's in my quick use for some reason. There we go. That's why.
So you can throw them.
Oh, you can throw them. That's dope.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, wait. What the fuck was that?
Came out of nowhere.
Whoa.
That's wild.
All right, let's extract. Last 3 times I was here, the big like angry jumping spider is here, so just be sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure enough, he's still over there.
Those things are pretty fucking scary.
This game is so good. Oh, the spider. I don't want to side aggro him. Just maybe we can just stealth him.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, don't side aggro him. Yeah. Oh, that's not too good. Is that a human? Yeah, that's a human firing at us. Maybe. No, it's a drone. Okay.
The Leaper's coming.
Yeah, it's not too good. We should probably split up here. Yeah, get away from each other. You got me. Yeah, you guys run. I'm just gonna die and get in the gate probably, because there's like I probably can't get away from him.
If you can open it, you might be
Go
able
to
to.
plan.
It's opening. It's gonna get open. I'll be able to extract if we don't get murdered by players. Oh god, he's pissing. You guys. You guys are doing good though. Oh god, I'm being shot by the drone. Ah, damn it, no. It keeps. Fuck the drone. Maybe I can get in the door. Oh god. Run out of time here. Let's see if I can crawl in this door in time.
This is scary.
Yeah, don't come out. Okay, can you pop the door for me right about now? Thank you. One more time. Thank you. And then close it. Okay, res me before I die. Thank you. Sorry. It's just a lot of work to lose. Okay. Okay, medding up. I'll med you too.
Wait, this hatch is closed? Oh, so we're fucked?
Well, we have to open it again. I could do so. I'll run out there and open it again. I'm not scared to do that.
Okay,
But I might die.
No,
you know?
like we're out of time, I think.
Yeah, we're like out of time. We have to do it now. I'll go do it now.
Yeah,
No, like I don't think it'll open.
Oh, it won't open. We're out of time. Oh god, are we fucked? Oh yeah, we might be. What do we do? There's no other distractions.
I'm kind of want to see what happens. It's just...
Shot me
I'm not
through
gonna
the
make it.
shot me through the wall.
Oh, I'm so fucking dead.
Yeah.
That spider's an asshole.
Yeah.
He fell. Oh shit. Run, Zippy.
Okay, guys, great run. Thank you.
That was fun.
Yeah, quite fun. I'm going to bed.
It's been an honor.
Yeah. This is quite a push. 5,000 XP, not bad. Okay, so, yep. Let's Skip. Continue. I can't believe we didn't make it. It's so tragic we didn't make it. It's me.
So
I
sad.
suck. Every time I alt, it like Okay, so I'm gonna leave. I'm done with this game. It was like 12 hours of this fucking game, or like 9 hours of this game. I'm done with this game. Yeah, I'm done with this game for tonight. Unfortunately, yes, quit. Switch over. I think I probably have another hour in me, but not that game. I played too much of that game today.
That their statement doesn't call for any specific action against those countries.
I'm
You've
gonna
also
switch
had
it
some other
off
Christian colonies,
now.
some others
If you
with-
guys have been here for Ark Raiders, I've been playing quite a lot of it, and I'm sorry, I'm going to stop now. Gonna get off that game and play something else. So let's switch out to just chatting. And this was a great game. This was a great game. I enjoyed this immensely. Yeah, I'm glad I bought it. Yep. So I can't believe Greedfall is on GeForce now. That's insane. So what am I looking at here? I want to go back and I want to play something else, but I don't know what. Could do some fighting on Enshrouded, I think. Something other than, something other than Ark Raiders. I've already played way too much of it today. Tomorrow, I will try harder. I'm gonna go to bed. I thought it was a girl when they spoke. The fuck was that? What? Oh, you closed out for some reason. I think I accidentally closed out. What the fuck was that? All right, so now I can go in the stupid ass LDM. So, oh no, I have a field manual, and that'll get me there faster. That'll get me there instantly, which is so fucking awesome. And if not, you have to travel there once. But once you travel there, you're done. So it's sweet. So yeah, teleportation assistance, please. We're going to. Whoa, this would be. What is this? Is it Volbo? No, it's not Volbo. It's. Oh, which one is this? Is it Rogano? Garliage. Up and away. Let's go. Bram? Yeah, you would come see me? Okay, well, hold on. Let me get the electric blanket on. Hold on, kitty. We're going to put the blanket on so you don't cut me with your stupid claws. You want to come see me? Yeah? Hey, kitty, come see me. Where you going, kitty? No? Okay, well, I have to go pee anyways. I have to go pee. I'll be right back. Drank a lot of milk today. Kitty, what's on your mind? What's wrong, kitty? You're bored, huh? Yeah, you're bored. You're like, you get to do things all day long and I don't. And I'm like, yep, that's me. I do get to do things all day long and you don't, kitty. I'm just kidding. You do. You do get to do things, kitty. You can do things. Yeah, look, kitty. I'm talking to you. Hey, kitty. I love fucking with my kitty. She's such a weird kitty. Such a little marsupial animal with her weird tendencies. And I have this blanket upside down. It's so annoying. Blanket's upside down. Rawr. So, where's the heat button? Here we go. Okay. I thought it was a girl, but it was a dude. I thought it was a girl. Who, whenever they spoke, she killed them. Oh, I thought it was a girl. He was so. They probably thought I was so high that I didn't know what gender they were. But no, when that. Okay, was I wrong? But that person, I thought they were a girl, and I think it was because their voice, they had a voice changer on, and they were fucking with it. And like I was like, it's a girl. It's a girl. I brought the wrong guns to that. I really did. I brought the wrong fucking gun. I lost that kit, which is so annoying. And I met it a bunch, and I tried to be a good teammate. I tried to be a good teammate, you know? I am in Garlish Citadel, but I don't want to be in Garlish Citadel. I want to be in LDM. Let's watch something.
For legislation prohibiting arms sales to the UAE until it stops arming the RSF, but that doesn't seem to actually have a chance. Right? Even if it did, which again, we are not saying it even has a chance. If it did, you'd still understandably have people asking, what could have been prevented by taking action sooner. None of this can be undone. But again, that's where we are right now.
Hello, the kitty. You are such a great little kitty. Yeah, you come to see me. You come to visit. My affectionate little kitty. You take up so much of my time now, but it's okay. I don't mind. It's a good trade. I get lovable affection whenever I want it. I get to touch the kitty. Touch the kitty. Rub, touch and rub and caress the kitty. Yep. And she just gets to shred me with her claws, and everybody's happy.
And we're going to have to keep eyes on this. But that, my friends, you beautiful bastards, is where today's show is.
Stop shredding me,
remember,
kitty.
You've got more just to click away. You've got my brand new podcast, In Good Faith, this week with MKB.
Okay, well, friendos, welcome back. We're going to look at today, what I hope is the last laughable news out of the entire dumpster fire of Mind's Eye and Build a Rocket Boy. But I know there is eventually going to need to be a post-mortem of a studio that raised hundreds of millions of dollars, factually, hundreds of millions of dollars from investors to become the next big thing, to basically take somebody's name and somebody's experience in the industry and leverage that into being this huge new great thing, and then failing so completely that it will go down in history, at least hopefully, as one of the biggest failures in AAA ever.
Kitty, you're distracting me.
Concord, obviously Concord was a absolute massive failure, completely shit itself to death in record time. Mind's Eye is probably on par, or very slightly worse or very slightly better, depending on which way you look at it, for being one of the biggest failures ever that we've seen in terms of numbers, both numbers in playing the game, reviews, and then spent. Of course in money raised commensurate to what they've actually done. And the only news that's going to come after this, hopefully, is that the studio is closing down, because there's no way anyone's going to give him another dollar, and he's wasted all the dollars that people did give him producing one of the worst games ever made, and then also basically proving that he's got something.
This is so much better than
something seriously wrong with his brain.
Avowed.
In receiving criticism and looking at objective numbers and facts surrounding the game that he's made. So, if you don't know, long intro there. Mind's Eye is made by Build a Rocket Boy. If you've not paid attention in the last sort of decade in the games industry, there's been like a gold rush between investors and insiders in the industry to basically make the next big studio. And what usually happens is somebody works somewhere in some kind of like top level position that produces a great game and maybe a great franchise and success over a sustained period of time. And then they leave and they go go and make their own studio, and VCs or big publishers or just institutional investment in general comes in and backs them to make a new studio. And this raises anywhere, depending on the name,
I
between
love my
tens of
kitty.
and hundreds of millions of dollars. And then they go off and make what many people hope or assume will be another success, building on that track record. In reality, what happens is most of these people, most of these big names go away, make nothing for many years, spend all the money that was given to them mismanaging a studio, maybe shit out something that isn't very successful or is completely mediocre and doesn't compete, and in probably single digit percentage of the time produce something that's good and continues to build on that legacy. And I did just want to take a minute to give the other side. There are examples, many examples, in fact, some of the most successful studios over the last decade of people leaving these big companies and seeing great success. They're just outweighed massively by all the failures. Some of the successes, and I think relevant to current day, is the game on screen right now, the game you can see in the background that I'm playing, that I just paused to come make this video. Arc Raiders is made by Sandbox Studios, where the higher ups and many of the people working there came from EA. Patrick Soderlund specifically is the name mentioned, and he was high up within the company. He left, he made Sandbox Studios, and since then they've received large sums of funding, being predominantly owned by Nexon. They've made now 2 very successful games, first with the finals and now with Arc Raiders, which looks like it's honestly going to go on to be one of the best received live service games in recent years. Another big name, of course, is Hideo Kojima. You probably don't need history on that one, but Kojima Productions is, of course, a very successful studio. Respawn Entertainment, many people don't know, is predominantly made up, at least originally, of people from Infinity Ward, the creators, well, one of the creators of Call of Duty. Ben Brode, of course, left Blizzard after 15 years of working at the company to make Second Dinner, which produced Marvel Snap, which is incredibly successful. There are many examples of this, but even if you look at Blizzard, there are many people who worked at that company who left to use their name to raise a bunch of funding, and their studios have produced nothing to date, or they've failed already. Many times, these people that worked at these studios probably wasn't the brains behind it, or maybe they just, caught lightning in a bottle once, and they're not going to be able to produce that another time. This is exactly the case with Build a Rocket Boy in Mind's Eye. Leslie basically worked at Rockstar and built Grand Theft Auto. This made his name in the industry. And then, of course, following in the long line of history of people doing this as well, went on to raise hundreds of millions of dollars from investors to make what presumably was going to be the next successor or the competitor to a game that has no competitor.
Get off my keyboard, kitty.
And
you're crazy.
It didn't
you
work,
silly
did it?
kitty.
They had hundreds of employees and then spent from 2016 till 2025 producing Mind's Eye, a game that, when released, despite paying content creators, streamers, some of the biggest streamers on the planet, YouTubers, some of the biggest YouTubers on the planet that cover games, refused to break 3,302 players concurrently on launch day, which is... This basically puts Mind's Eye as one of the biggest failures in the AAA industry ever. As I've just gone over, there is a track record and a history of these people doing this, raising money off their name, making their own studio. A lot of the times, it's people who were in at the ground level when studios were small and they were creative and they were making something for the love of the game. And then it gets more and more corporate. The money men come in, the publishers take over, and then those people who were the creatives originally leave, and they say, oh, this is a good thing now because the creatives are back in control and we have all this money, but then they produce nothing of value most of the time. And this has happened so many times that the industry is now in a financial decline in almost every metric possible. The industry, by and large, if you're looking at like AAA investment, if you're looking at outside investors coming in and putting money into the industry, studios raising funds like they were able to for the last 10 years, that's at an almost zero now. Nobody is funding new studios because this track record is so fucking bad. which is unfortunate. In some
Each one of
ways,
these
and in others,
mushrooms is a
probably
potion, which
deserved.
I actually
But
really
basically,
like.
if you're looking at like a new startup studio that happened in the last couple of years,
So I'm going
if they
mushroom
rub it the
hunting
wrong
because
way,
Enshrouded's
nobody's giving
fun.
them a penny anymore. They're
I love
fucked.
Enshrouded.
Which is why some of them will turn to early access and crowdfunding and try to get the public to pay for their product because investors no longer will. And then obviously, if you look at like the biggest scope of things, the games industry in general is just there's just no money coming in. People are buying games less. People are spending less money on the games that they do buy. They're continuing to just play free-to-play games that they already own, buying games on sale. And just in general, if you're releasing a AAA product in 2025 going forward, it has to be best in class, it has to be really good, or it's probably going to see dwindling numbers over and over again. We're just too saturated with stuff to do, stuff to play, and the increasing box price of things, the increasing cost of building computers and buying consoles just means that the industry's in a really weird spot. Long story short, obviously, that's like a fucking 8-minute long TED talk on the failings of the AAA
It
games
was good,
industry.
though. It was good,
This
buddy. You're
guy
doing great.
He's so fucked that basically he's being sued now. The studio is being sued, and also there's like a 93 employees, ex and current, that have anonymously signed a letter saying that this company is fucking awful to work for, that they've mismanaged a bunch of stuff, that they've basically forced people to take overtime. What's known as crunch usually in the industry is pretty bad, but of course this company seems to be specifically bad for this. They've mishandled people's redundancies. They are still crunching people even now that the game's a complete failure. They've fired loads of people recently because of the game being so bad. And basically they're saying the CEO needs to take a step back. The execs need to take a step back. And this is going to play into this. BBC article here. In July this year, workers at Build a Rocket Boy video game studio in Edinburgh were called to an all-staff meeting. Their first ever game, a sci-fi adventure called Mind's Eye, had been released 3 weeks earlier, and it had been a total disaster. Critics and players called it broken, buggy, and the worst game of 2025. That's a rough title to recover from because 2025, 2024, probably 2026, we're going to continue to see these big AAA flops, these hundreds of millions of dollars, these studios that took in this money, these pre-established studios, the Ubisofts, things like that, releasing some absolute fucking stinkers. It is what it is. This is what's going to happen until a lot of these companies just vanish, and then things will get back on track. The good thing, I'm not dooming the industry. I think the industry's in the best place it's ever been. AA, small studios, indie, are producing some of the Game of the Year contenders like never before. Every few months we're getting something that's fucking crazy, unprecedented, doing great numbers. It's just AAA that needs a course correct. And the best way for a course correct is for some of these studios to just learn the lesson. You can't do this anymore. You can't spend increasing sums of money on things that don't push the bar forward, that aren't innovative, that aren't something that people really want to play. And this is good news for me, even if it means a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. It's unfortunate. I can't help that. It just is what it is. We need this course correction because the industry is just, it's done too much. You can't keep increasing the cost of games. You can't keep increasing the cost of making games and just expect the line will always go up. This is not cryptocurrency. This is not NFTs. Which of course that didn't happen either, did it? So then basically during this big staff meeting, the company's boss assured them there was a plan to get things back on track, and said the negativity they'd seen was uncalled for. Make a bad game, people say game is bad, people don't buy a game, uncalled for. Really uncalled for. Then he pivoted, alleging internal and external forces had been working to scupper the Mind's Eye launch. So this is where the craziness gets in, right? Because this person has repeatedly, over and over again, through the course of the initial testing of this game and the release, gone on record to say there is some kind of like shadow cabal out there being paid by competitors, presumably like Rockstar or something, because what else would be a competitor to this game other than, you know, a shit in a toilet, I guess, would be a competitor to this. He's basically alleging that people are being paid to suppress the game and talk badly about the game, which, let me just tell you, doesn't happen. Like, somebody who works in the industry should know this doesn't happen. It's illegal. You wouldn't be able to do it. You'd get banned, you'd get fined, you'd get imprisoned. And why would a company that is financially, critically, objectively successful pay money to people for an unproven method of suppressing a game that isn't even good anyway. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, does it? It's something that you would have to be incredibly deluded to believe. And let me just say, content creators don't have that level of power. If a game's good and you say the game's bad, people will just go play the game for the 2-hour free period, decide you're wrong, downvote your content and call you a fucking idiot. If the game's bad and you say the game's good, they'll call you a shill and unsubscribe from you and dislike your video and go around the internet telling everyone that you were paid to say the game's good. So this doesn't exist. Content creators have some level of, like, I guess, exposure towards.
Actually,
making
really
something
love
better
that. I love that.
received or worse received. But the idea that they can completely break or make a game it's crazy. A lot of the times when a game gets successful, this being covered by content creators, it was going to anyway. That just signal boosts it in the short term. But medium to long term, it would have already done well. Would it have done as well? Probably not. Would it have done as worse in the inverse? Probably not. But the idea that they're making or breaking a game completely is absolutely fucking delusional. So basically, he told the assembled workers who'd been informed they'd faced redundancy just a week earlier, there would be an effort to, quote, root out saboteurs within the company. I find it disgusting that anyone could sit amongst us, behave like this, and continue to work here, he said, according to a transcript of the meeting verified by BBC Newsbeat. So he legitimately thinks that there's, like, embedded spies, like corporate espionage level shit within his company, which he needs to be outed from this company immediately. But does it really matter because the company's dead? Like, this game can never be successful. This studio can never be successful from here. They've wasted way too much money, and the reputation is completely fucked. They have nothing left. Unfortunately, if they are working there, you're probably going to need to be looking for somewhere else to work pretty soon. Staff who worked at the studio say they were stunned, and not only by the strength of the language, they simply didn't believe him. Who would? This is crazy. As far as they were concerned, there was no conspiracy, and the reasons for Mind's Eye failure was clear. He's also known for his work at Rockstar Games, where he was a senior figure on Grand Theft Auto action adventure series and regarded by many as a key architect of its success. Right? I mean, if you can't reproduce it, though, unlucky, it is what it is. He left in 2016, 3 years after the record-breaking launch of GTA 5, sparking a legal row over unpaid royalties that were settled out of court. In the same year, he set up the company that would become Build a Rocket Boy. By the end of 2024, it had grown to 448 employees. Now, not to question this guy's business acumen, because I couldn't form a studio with 448 employees, and I couldn't make a video game. But from just a common sense perspective, if you were going to, like, make your own studio, wouldn't it make a lot of sense to just start out kind of small, build like a moderately sized game, and then build upon that success, and not just be like, right, day one, minute one, we're building a 400-man studio to make a competitor to one of the most successful games ever. Like, the level of fucking narcissism to think that you're just going to, like, boom, success, just because you worked at a successful studio before, is exactly why the schadenfreude of seeing somebody fail this fucking monumentally is great. It feels good because you deserve
Ooh, it's an
it.
epic
Like,
bow.
I don't know, shoot for the stars, aim for the stars. Society will
Sweet.
always laugh at you when you miss. But if you succeed as well, you would have gotten massive amounts
this
of praise.
bow's better.
But then adding you just are a dislikable character anyway that just makes conspiracy theories about the failure of your game. It doesn't just be like, either quiet, that would be preferable, or just be like, yeah, we're going to work on it, guys, don't worry, we fucked up. A little bit of humanity would go a long way, but instead, no. The only way I can fail, being me, the fucking god that I am, is that people were malevolently plotting behind the scenes, aka I'm fucking crazy. Most were based in his main office, a former casino in Leith, Edinburgh, but the company also had studios in Budapest, the French, and in the French city of Montpellier. Former staff say salaries were competitive, the company allowed remote working, and their response to the COVID-19 pandemic was good. Cool, great. With him at the helm, Bob being Build a Rocket Boy, of course, a lot of interest in, according to documents from UK companies illegally required to publish online, have managed to attract more than 200 $33 million of investment by 2024. That's a big number. That's Star Citizen. Right.
It's Star Citizen's levels of grift. It's like so impressive. It's Star Citizen levels of grifting.
So far, between 2020 and 2024, the company posted losses totaling 202 million.
202 million. Oh,
2023, 59.1.
I
So
fell.
basically, in 4 years,
Thank God I don't
they've
drop my
blown
body, or it would be
essentially
so
all
much
of their
worse.
runway. Like they've blown all of their money building this game, so, which is why the game launched in 2025 in a completely rushed state. Still managed to save some dollary dues behind to pay some content creators to try and get the game marketed. Nobody cared still, of course. Bob's first project was Everywhere, described by one former employee, Jamie, not their real name, as a multiplayer role-playing game based in an open-ended futuristic city. I thought we had something quite special, says Jamie, who left in 2022. To fulfill the vision, Jamie says that they requested new ideas and features be added at breakneck speed. The reason I'm not pronouncing his name, by the way, is because I'll get it wrong and then people will cry about it in the comments. So I'm just going to say they or Leslie. We're on first name terms just because I don't want to look up how to pronounce this. That's how lazy I truly am. They were going at breakneck speeds, too fast for them to properly be implemented.
Don't feel bad.
The studio's main focus would eventually shift to Mind's Eye, a game originally intended to be offered as an experience within Everywhere. Leslie never decided what game he wanted to make, says Jamie. There was no coherent direction. Who'd have thought with a game named Everywhere? Right? He just wanted the game to be everything, and instead it turned out to be nothing except shit. This style of working plagued the project from the start, they say, and would be a sign of things to come. Everywhere, a platform driven by user-generated content, was Bob's first project. So basically, it was going to be the metaverse, but without crypto and NFTs.
But with idiots.
Without any success, which is kind of like the metaverse anyway.
Metaverse with idiots who think that they're crazy good because they make video games
without properly consulting workers. Former lead data analyst Ben Newson says it was common for staff to be caught off guard by knee-jerk decisions from upper management without proper explanation. The letter further alleges leadership repeatedly refused to listen to its experienced workforce. Ben, whose team was tasked with collecting feedback and presenting it to management, says there was rarely any response when they flagged issues. A lot of the points that we were hammering home on were just ignored and never actioned. His former colleague, associate producer Margareta Marg Peloso, says the studio's culture also discouraged individuals from speaking out. Who'd have thought? Somebody who raised $200+ million and was a success and was lauded as a success, started a studio, thought they could make a game called Everywhere that was going to be everything, wouldn't listen to feedback from the peons, from the plebs, from the serfs. Who'd have fucking thought? Despite presumably paying them for their expertise and their experience in the industry, why the fuck would he listen? This is a common theme with these people. They are the original rock stars, you know, pun intended, I guess. Marg says that their attempts to raise concerns were laughed at in meetings with bosses. He was laughing now, motherfucker. Where's your studio? Staff also accuse him of micromanaging the studio, a process allegedly illustrated in a video uploaded to the official Mind's Eye YouTube account. What? I've not seen this, so let's see what's in this video. God, it's fucking beautiful, man. Fuck, man, it's fucking beautiful.
This is what we do. We sit, we play it. There's usually somebody in there who will take tickets. Chris, you got a ticket about the fire extinguisher. Did you get the raindrops over here? We'll record the videos and take a look.
I'm not being funny, bro, but this game, like, I didn't play this, but this game looks ass, right? This game actually looks, you know, we've been seeing it a lot on social media recently with people being like, oh my god, AI can create a video game, look how good this looks. I can show you one actually right now. Is what this game looks like to me. And this is made by AI. It just looks goofy as shit. Like, look at this absolute fucking garbage. Just things appearing out of nowhere. Just like this. This is ass, right? And you just know that corporate executives are like, oh my god, this is amazing. We can't wait to pour all of our money into this. This is the future. But for everyone who plays video games, this looks like absolute garbage. But still, this probably looks better than Mind's Eye. But when I see Mind's Eye, this is what I think of. Just this complete shite. I mean, visually, it looks kind of similar, right?
It chunks out, and then that'll get put into the Jira database, and that'll get sent out to devs to fix.
sorry.
Look at the running, bro. I have no doubt a lot of very talented people worked on this game, and it's almost always like middle management, upper management, executives that fuck these things up. But they were clearly not given enough time as developers to polish this and turn it into something that looks like what I assume they would want their respected work to be. Something that they could feel proud of. But this looks
You do
fucking
have to play the
ass.
whole thing. That's what takes time. You have a full playthrough.
Everyone's just sat there like, yeah, boss. Yeah, boss. Like nobody's said it's a dev diary and it's just this one guy saying things and everyone's just sat nodding like, yeah, keep paying up, check please.
We've got to notice that in mission 3 somebody said something and continuity is okay in mission 17. So we could have worked longer, harder, put as much blood and guts, sweat into it.
How's it a dev diary when it's just this guy speaking? It shows the director instructing an onlooker to make a note of an issue he has noticed as he plays the game. Developers say this was a regular occurrence, resulting in what Ben and Mark claim were known within the studio as Leslie tickets. They had a nickname for it. Jamie says they also heard them referred to as Leslie bugs or simply Leslie's. He's pulled a Leslie. Friends reference. Developers
pulled a Leslie.
told Newsbeat these could range from minor cosmetic issues to instructions to ditch whole missions from the game, and there was an expectation that these will be given top priority. Get on it. Get on this, Leslie. It didn't matter what else you were doing, what else was being worked on, says Ben. The Leslie ticket had to be taken care of. What a dick this guy sounds like. Jamie says the practice introduced instability and prevented teams from taking ownership of their work. Yeah, because you might get a Leslie. Developers say the decision to launch Mind's Eye in June 2025 prompted a period of crunch, a games industry term for mandatory overtime. They say this meant extra 8 hours of unpaid overtime per week for the majority of staff, although some employees were excused from it. Mark says the crunch began in mid-Feb and continued into May, with workers eventually being promised 7 hours of leave per 8 hours overtime to be taken after Mind's Eye release. This never happened, by the way, according to the open letter. People just felt like they were being commanded to give a lot to the company without too much in return, nothing, and redundancy to follow. And a game that failed so badly, everyone is going to lose their jobs. You were giving your life, your time, your finite currency of time to essentially accomplish
Talking a
this.
good
You're
one.
paid. You're going to be
But doing
derided
nothing.
by practically everybody for you having worked on this fucking dumpster fire. You were giving your life up for this dog shit because of this guy's complete incompetence and delusion. Feels bad, man. Ben alleges that some departments, such as quality assurance team, were particularly affected, with some staff suffering physically and mentally as a result of the stress and pressure. Former audio programmer Isaac Hood says mistakes started piling up during crunch and says regressions where one team would fix a bug only for another to unwittingly bring it back to life became increasingly common. And it does mess with you, he says. You really start to see morale go down, ill arguments started to happen, people are burning the candle at both ends and starting to think, what's the point? Mark says that at the studio, they expected to receive a negative reception on launch, describing the approach to its release as everybody holding their breath, and they all suffocated. Nevertheless, staff gathered in Bob's Edinburgh studio to celebrate Mind's Eye launch on 10th of June. Mark says everyone was drinking champagne. Oh no, brother! Everyone was gathered around. Leslie, oh, King Leslie. Glasses together. Oh look, we've got 3,000 players, $250 million well spent. Woo! Yeah, we've all lost our job. Whoa! Celebrate. Everyone was drinking champagne, just having a good time, which was quite heartwarming, I guess. And then reality set in. At the same time, it really felt like this was the last good thing that's going to happen. The celebrations were short-lived. Bob had not shared advanced copies of Mind's Eye with reviewers. Of course they didn't. The game was fucked. Everyone would have told the public not to buy this. But when early impressions of the game began to surface, the mood soured. Bro, what I would give for video, like following Leslie around with a camera, just recording as this happened, 24 hours a day for like the week of this launch. Oh man, that would be, I think I'd come. It'd be buckets, mate. It'd be buckets. Players who bought the game on release day encountered major performance issues and reported various bugs, including pedestrians that appeared to walk on air. And in one heavily memed example, one character's face appeared to melt due to a graphical glitch. Twitch streamer Kokonis told viewers he was instructed to cancel a sponsorship launch day stream at the last minute as word of the game's problems spread. I said this at the time. I hope Ko got paid at least some money for this because he'll have scheduled time, potentially cancelled other sponsored stuff.
Wait, this is from. Oh my god.
To do this stream, and then I saw the video. It was like, I'm going live with Mind's Eye. Wait, someone's on the phone. Oh no, never mind. No, we're not. It's been cancelled, which I've never seen before. I've never seen this happen, and it's because other people that had already been streaming the game, the reviews of the game, was so fucking bad that they were like, let's save this thousands of dollars on this sponsored stream and just move on with our life. So, audio programmer Isaac says he had maintained some optimism in the run-up to release, but started to lose hope fairly quickly. You were just seeing disastrous review after disastrous review and thinking, this isn't going to go well. Mark says the team spent the next 2 weeks working on hotfixes, small targeted updates to address issues, until management told them that they were at risk of being laid off. This month, between 250 and 300 Bob staff lost their jobs. When this happens, the studio's dead. Like, you're not making another game. This game is never going to be successful. It's over. All the money's gone. This is just basically, it'll be math for how can we give ourselves like the longest amount of time while still technically having the ability to maybe turn things around. And that'll be the base number of employees and positions that they think they can do it with. But obviously it's fucked. If you mismanage 440 employees making this game with so much money, how are you going to manage like 30% of the employees with less time and less money to do better than the thing before? Not going to happen. The union, which put out an open letter on behalf of 93 employees, said it also plans to take legal action against Bob over what it called disastrous mishandling of the redundancy process. So that'll drain what remains of the money in the coffers for the game, probably. The studio. Ben, who's a member of the union, says he took voluntary redundancy, but fellow members Mark and Isaac, who were laid off, say they were unhappy with how their departure was handled. In a statement, Bob said to
I fell into the pits.
Studio, adding that he was deeply saddened and didn't anticipate having to make redundancies after launch. He said it approached the redundancy process with care and transparency, meeting all of its obligations, and was committed to learning and growing from former employees' feedback. In response to complaints by studio leadership, workplace culture, and claims of internal and external forces working against the studio, Bob said, aka Leslie and the entire senior management team take full responsibility for the initial launch of Mind's Eye. So somebody took Twitter off of him. Somebody stopped this guy talking and said, Leslie, go and sit in the back room, fucking put your dunce hat on, get in the corner, look at the wall, don't come out, you're in timeout, son. You've got to, for our sake, for everybody's sake, stop you speaking. You can't be in the public eye anymore because you are fucked in the feed. Because you put us in, not only was the game bad, but you've signal boosted how bad the game is by being such a fucking Melvin in public. The version of the game that released did not reflect the experience our community deserved. It said it remained committed to ultimately delivering Mind's Eye as a game that always envisioned, and one that players are excited to play. Good luck. The statement added the studio
Melvin in
updates to address issues and was working on enhancements and fresh new content. The ex-workers who spoke to BBC Newsbeat says they're doubtful that Mind's Eye can recover from its launch. Absolutely not. They're also pessimistic about their own future projects and those former colleagues in an industry which has seen tens of
I forgot how funny Melvin is. Melvin's a really funny.
It sucks. And
let's look into the word Melvin. What the language? Or I'm sorry, the Urban Dictionary, right? What is a Melvin? I've never really understand what that is. It's a frontal wedge. They are one of the best bands ever. I love the Melvins. They've been around for 20 years and they're going stronger than many of the young upstarts fresh out of the gate. They're currently on Patton's side. Epic. Pigs of the Roman Empire. Pigs of the Roman Empire is actually such a funny title for a fucking album name. I love the Melvins. They're actually so good. The earlier of the modern term, a wedgie or a wedgie. And a Melvin is also a wedgie. It's like a living wedgie of a fucking... It is defined primarily when a perpetrator goes behind an individual, normally a male, and yanks the underwear band up so as to get a major percentage of the underwear in question up the buttocks crevice. Results of insufficient wiping of the anus and surrounding areas thereof, which entails the common term skid marks, manure streaks, and undergarments. The sensation that leads a person to conclude that A, they're experiencing a less than fresh ass, may have an undetermined dingleberry remaining in the rectum, anus, or quite conceivably the less than desirable buttocks region, gives the false impression of the presence of Melvins when in fact the nerve endings in the bottom of someone's ass are being affected by anal perspiration or tingling feelings caused by butt or pubic hairs, perhaps both. This may cause great anxiety with people on a date and those who are anticipating a potential sexual encounter. High school shenanigans. I got that dork Myron and gave him the Melvin so hard that it changed his singing voice. Anyways, laundry person. That bastard might be rich, but I wash his funky, stanky drawers all the time. The worst is when I run across his shorts and they have unremovable Melvins. Oh. A Melvin is like a shit stain. It's like a fucking shit stain. And it's also a wedgie.
No real spin you can put on this. The games industry is
fucking Melvin
shrinking in terms of money coming in from all avenues, as we went over earlier. And there's just simply not enough space in the industry for how many workers there are, and there's more and more constantly. It's basically people are going to have to start making like indie projects and joining really small local teams or teams that they can work remotely across the globe. And probably taking big
and rip people off remotely,
decreases in salaries and things like that.
And continue to do software crime.
Percent of people that can just go anywhere and
I love trolling these piece of shit developers. They make me so angry.
For an industry that is provably, objectively.
I love Kira. I think he's actually so funny.
So yeah, it's just how it is. It sucks, but what can you say? They are also pessimistic. Ben says the impact will be felt in Scottish development scene too. It's really sad. What would have been an amazing opportunity for the industry appear wasted. Despite negativity around Mindside and Bob, Isaac says some of his colleagues were incredibly talented and some of the best people he's ever worked with. Mark says they decided to speak out because of these colleagues and in hope something will change. We all know each other and we all know how much we're worth, Mark says, and we need to stand together. There we go. Uplifting message at the end of what is just an absolute fucking disaster of a story. One that absolutely things like this do impact the industry. The more you see the hundreds of millions of dollar mark in a failed product, which we're seeing with unprecedented levels of frequency, whether from these like startup studios or from AAA publishers and developers and all these studios closing down, it just looks bad. It means no, unless there's some kind of like new boom or bubble or whatever, all this money is never coming back into the industry. They've left, they've gone and put money into other things, predominantly fucking AI and shit now. So yeah, it sucks, but it's deserved. Like, what more can you say? It's absolutely deserved. And unfortunately for these guys and everyone involved in this, this was mostly probably due to one guy who hopefully will not be given the same opportunities in the industry, because he absolutely didn't deserve the opportunities he was given here with all this money and all this trust and all these people working under him. But either way, thanks for watching. The link to this article will be in the description. If you want to see me cover something, let me know. Social medias are all open. Discord is currently receiving a bit of a facelift, so it might be a bit buggy, but you can join. Twitter, things like that, you can contact me on. And check the link if you want to check out GamerSups. Buy stuff using my link, my code, you get a discount, I get money back. Win-win for everybody. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Too many mobs. But I'm getting XP and that's the main thing. Oh yeah, put a bed down, didn't I? Yeah, because it's like every time I spawn in. I actually don't mind it. It's quite fun. It's better done than a lot of games. Lets you just play on your own level. I don't want to be penalized for alt tabbing. I don't care about losing my body. I don't want that kind of penalty because it means more of my time. I want that turned off. I don't care about pop aggro and link. I want the aggro turned off completely if that's alright. Like, I don't know, it's just sort of dumb. Some things should aggro if you're like close enough. Certain fights should just happen, but every time I die, it's like another thingy of corn, another potion or whatever. But it is kind of fun. That's like a good mark of a good RPG. Let's go up in here and fight these terrible things. I like that the shield is pretty much impenetrable. It's actually, I'm like not actually using it enough, and I like fighting them. I like the combat. It's like simply addictive. Fuck was that sound? They don't really want you going through this, huh? They're like, yeah, no, don't go through that. Okay, I see. Wow, what's down there? Oh, yeah, that's like just the rest of the thing. Places I haven't been, like, man, so, oh, wow, like, yeah, so that's the border, but, oh my god, this map is so fucking big. I guess I'm supposed to go north? Yeah, well, yeah, north. That would be this direction, I guess. Yeah, we're going like north? Yeah, I don't know. We're not really going anywhere. I'm just exploring this cool game. I like getting lost in it. It's quite fun.
Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased.
I'm going to go to bed, guys. It's been a fun day of Arc Raiders. I'm going to play some more of it tomorrow. I'm going to get off now. Braxis sale. Do they have like cement for cheap? Because I would buy cement. Performance improvements to the beta. So I want to. Well, I'll play for a little while longer, for like 10 more minutes, I guess, on Final Fantasy, but I'm not going to play any other games, I don't think. Yeah, like just this game. Getting tired. So, I don't know what it is I'm doing here. I'm going to... go west until you get at the Titan's Gate at G8. Aggro this shadow. Shadows are cool. It's cool that I can fight him now. He might be kind of a nasty fight. But yeah. He might do a lot of damage to us. He went through the wall for some reason. He is out of range now for some reason. I don't know. I guess they'll kill him.
Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased.
Dark magic is hard. East plate. Oh, yeah, shit. I went around the wrong way, I guess. Yeah, so... So wherever it is, I can just walk through it, I think, because I had the right lodestone or whatever it is. I hate this place. So, yeah, I guess I do go to the bottom gate. Oh, I'm just supposed to go to the center room. Oh, okay. Which is oh wait, I went the wrong way. Oops. Yeah, that's this way. Yeah, I'm gonna just pop whatever gates in my way, which is cool. Oh, two wolf.
Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased.
Do you heal me? You're a scholar. Do you heal? Or Algido is a white mage, so I don't know. She doesn't seem to be healing me. Ooh, Blood Soul. Aragot too. He's swing.
Your skill has increased.
Yeah, Algido is a white mage, yep.
Your skill has increased.
I love casting like gauze spells on mobs and stuff. Fuck you, Cause Shadow. Oh. Water 3. Thunder 2. Down, bitch. Down. Got him. They were a little nasty, I gotta say. I'm gonna sit down here for a little while. Yeah.
Fans were shocked when Joe Gatto of Impractical Jokers abruptly announced that he would be stepping away from the hit TV show in late 2021. But what nobody realized was that this might have been an attempt to save the show before some dark secrets came to light. In the years that followed, the controversies would start to pile up to the point where the guys could no longer hide from them, and the wholesome image of 4 lifelong friends making each other laugh would start to collapse on itself. Unfortunately, whether or not any of these allegations held any weight did not matter because it had a permanent impact on the show, as ratings have plummeted to an all-time low and Impractical Jokers has become a shell of what it once was. Through a post made to Instagram, Joe revealed that he and his wife, Bessie, had recently separated and he wanted to focus on co-parenting his 2 young children during their separation, which seems understandable. Fans respected Joe's decision to move on and appreciated the care he had for his family. His 3 co-stars released a joint statement of their own where they expressed their appreciation for Joe and their intentions to continue making episodes without him. But some fans voiced concerns about the show's ability to last without him and felt that a piece of the soul that made the show great would be missing. There were also those who believed that something much darker had happened behind the scenes. There is definitely a scandal here. His post is meant to preempt a scandal. He is trying to thoroughly disassociate himself from the Impractical Jokers brand so that when his scandal comes out, it doesn't tank his friends' careers. Now, the speculation and conspiracy theories surrounding Joe's exit were initially met with pushback and skepticism. If he stops working to take the equal custody he's entitled to, she gets much less money. It's that simple. There's probably millions of dollars at stake. Once the divorce is final, I bet he comes back on some level. But then fans became increasingly suspicious when they noticed a handful of episodes of Impractical Jokers had been removed from True TV's website and HBO Max's streaming service shortly after Joe's departure. All the band episodes shared a common theme, Joe being put in what is described as compromising situations. These episodes include Stripped of Dignity, where Joe was required to strip in public for strangers, Bull Shiatsu, which featured Joe hiding in a massage chair and giving strangers massages, and Sun Fan Lotion, that depicted Joe in a pair of swim trunks asking strangers to rub his body with sunscreen. It's hard to truly understand what they were protecting here, because most of these skits were standard Impractical Jokers material. The formula of the show was simple. 4 lifelong friends compete with each other to perform embarrassing, shocking, or just silly pranks on strangers. The challenger has an earpiece in and has to follow the instructions given by the other jokers.
Slowly raise the glass up higher and higher as you talk to them.
Even the simplest of jokes turned into hilarious moments. Not only were the situations ridiculous, but each guy had to come up with their own improv strategy to complete the prank. Plus, the unsuspecting stranger's reaction
I've never seen
to
this
their
show.
behavior was the cherry on top. The show was a smash hit right out of the gate, racking up 60 million views through its first season, but its success was seemingly everlasting. It almost had this like Rob Dyrdek ridiculousness effect, like it just seemed to be on all the time. No matter when you turned on the TV, there was an episode of Impractical Jokers playing. The show developed a
I missed that whole period I was on the streets.
Episode, and viewers fell in love with the Jokers.
The whole period
not
I was
just
on the
as
streets.
entertainers, but as people. One of my personal favorites was when they had to take food off of other people's plates at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh my god, delicious! Oh my god, my favorite, y'all. Love it.
Prioritizing genuine reactions and their real personalities was key to their image, branding, and marketing, with the series tagline being actual friends, actual dares, actually funny.
Oh, cool. Would I be the kind of guy that...
Probably.
No? Why?
You're not tall enough.
Since we're not lying to each other. What about the...
Yeah, I beat that out too.
He used to have more hair. Yeah, you want to see? We put Murray's old headshot. This is his real headshot. Musical theater when he was 18. Yeah, he used to have a lot more hair. You're killing my chances. You're killing me. Do you like regional theater? Are you a fan of regional?
The Jokers weren't playing characters. They were 4 real friends who
You're a
could
fan
together.
of regional
The show felt like
theater.
hanging out with your buddies in real life and gave their audience a deep sense of familiarity and trust for the Jokers, and also gave the viewers the feeling that they were genuinely good people. For example, sometimes one of the Jokers would receive a task that conflicted with their personal ethical code, and they would basically just refuse to do it.
Q, pull her aside for a second. Let me talk to you one second, please. I produced some erotic VR stuff on the side if you're interested. Okay, no. How you doing? You guys having fun tonight? Yeah. Say to the girl, are you with him? Are you with him? Seriously? Wait, it's a machine, okay? You checking the machine?
They showed that they weren't just 4 degenerate guys running around harassing people on the street, but rather they were well-intentioned comedians having fun without being rude or mean to the people they interacted with. Fans didn't just love
Which
the
I
show,
like.
they
I
loved
like
the
that, but-
people who made it special, both for their humor and their personal character, which is why fans were confused when they found out about the
My God, this
infamous
chocolate
band
brownie
episode
thunder
called The Dream
umpqua
Crusher.
ice cream
Joe's
is so
task
good.
was to find a hired actor planted in the mall by other Jokers and select them by giving them a kiss. If he correctly guessed who it was and kissed the right person, he won the challenge. Joe at first seems excited at the idea of kissing the female actor that was planted in the mall, who he describes as hot in the early moments of the challenge.
Native Americans
However,
really know
once
how
his
to make
wife
ice cream.
arrives, his demeanor completely changes. Joe went from super confident to crumbled down instantly. Truly an epic moment. Now, knowing that he and his wife were getting separated, it's not hard to guess why this episode was removed from streaming services. However, However, due to the trust Joe had built between himself and the audience, the idea that he held any responsibility for he and his wife's real-life separation was completely off the table for his fans. Joker's fans ran with the idea that Joe is this perfectly innocent man whose wife was potentially cheating on him and divorcing him to take all of his money. And while we can all agree that this is just parasocial behavior from diehard fans, it was only the tip of the iceberg. Slowly, more and more potential evidence would be revealed. A post made to the Impractical Joker subreddit all the way from late 2017 resurfaced that features two female fans taking a selfie with Myrrh. In the comments, one of the women claimed to have spoken with Joe using Snapchat's call feature and further elaborated. He tried calling me a few times before I noticed and grabbed my roommate Amy to come talk to him. At one point, he joked about us being pretty girls who live together and that we should be in a pillow fight. We laughed and joked about it, then the conversation continued in another direction until I called my roommate out for filming me talking with him and he said, "Amy's filming? I'm out," and dropped the call. Then I shot him a message apologizing and he was really nice about it and said, "Silly Amy," and then asked if we wanted to come to his hotel room for a pillow fight. We spoke to his room, but we also didn't want to stop talking to him, so we danced around the subject a bit, joked about inviting Q or maybe Larry if we could find him. He didn't respond to the Larry joke, so we said goodnight and he said goodnight back, and that was it. All in all, he was really nice and fun to talk to. Just wanted a couple girls to pillow fight in his room, which, you know, who doesn't? Fans were quick to point out that Joe was married, and the idea of inviting two young women to have a pillow fight in his hotel room was deeply inappropriate. But keep this story in the back of your
Come on,
mind
it's like he made a joke.
The last time we hear about Joe,
He made a joke. I would make that kind of joke. Like, oh my god, you guys are so fucking hot. You should have a pillow fight.
True TV producer also offered their perspective into Joe Gatto's private habits. All I know
It's
is there was
sexist,
a
but it's
problem
also like,
with
eh.
back. Joe was there along with other True TV personnel. He was outwardly attempting to hit on various women in a non-joking manner while his wife was home pregnant with their first kid. For my friend, a young guy
Damn,
recently
that ghost
hired,
got
it was
fucked.
a don't meet your heroes moment, as other staffers were like, he does this all the time. Joe doesn't drink, so he uses this to his advantage with women. Now, obviously, this could be just a totally uncredible source that's just making some stuff up. But with a handful of deleted episodes and stories like these becoming more notable than ever, things weren't exactly looking good for Joe. But with nothing truly concrete and the trust that Joe had established between himself and the audience, nothing more would come of these rumors for now. Impractical Jokers continued by bringing in guest stars to fill Joe's place. And although the show was mostly the same, something just felt like it was missing, and the ratings proved that. Final episode featuring Joe hit 420,000 viewers. However, the following episode dropped down to 210,000, and the episode after that only hit 170,000. Joe's presence was clearly missed, but diehard fans still enjoyed the show in spite of his absence. On a more positive note, Joe eventually revealed that he and his wife had rekindled their relationship, with a post made to Instagram celebrating their 10-year wedding anniversary. Fans immediately began speculating that meant Joe was due for a return, but unfortunately, that never came, and more allegations would make it very clear that Joe would never be returning to Impractical Jokers. A TikTok user by the name of Josie B, or Hope, made a series of posts on the platform in March of 2025 alleging misconduct by Joe Gatto. After running into him while getting dinner with her family, Joe invited Hope to a stand-up special he was doing that night. She went and enjoyed the performance and even got to meet him backstage. And when she got back home, she began drinking and messaging Joe on Instagram. Joe invited her to meet him at his hotel room. She claims that Joe turned on banish mode, meaning that she didn't have the proof of any of these messages, but he gave her specific instructions on how to get to his room, and Hope decided to go.
Ubered to his hotel, and it was a little bit like he was giving me these weird instructions. Like I was like thinking I was gonna be like a stealth like spy mode at this point. I walk in the door, somebody opens the door for me, whatever, and they're like asking me like I forget what they asked me. I don't know, I was drunk, I don't know. But somebody led me to the elevator, and somebody was on the elevator with me and pressed the button.
Hope was giving a ton of detail and slowly mapping out the timeline, but when it came to actually say what happened in the hotel room, she did not want to share any of the details.
Some stuff happened. I don't want to go into the details about everything, but I'm not going to show the picture that I posted on my account before of moi, but it just like the things he said, and like he was bragging like about things, and it was just, I don't want any girl to feel like that and to have Don't meet your stars.
So you went to a guy's hotel room at 2 a.m. for what? To play checkers? I'm not victim blaming, but whenever you agree to meet a man at a hotel, it's never just for friendship. In case someone underage is reading this comment, do
Your
not
skill
go.
has
There has to
increased.
be some accountability here, girl. You kept messaging him. You went to his hotel. You put yourself in danger. The more severe claims were met with skepticism. She did claim in a separate post that Joe had SA'd her, showing off a large bruise on her backside that he supposedly had made with his teeth. Hope had revealed in an older TikTok that she had anemia, showing off her numerous bruises as a side effect of the illness. This could explain the bruise on her backside. Even if this encounter did happen, it doesn't inherently mean that Joe maliciously tried to harm her. Viewers also pointed out the unserious tone that she has throughout the video, accusing her of rambling and getting easily distracted by her hair or the sky in the background.
So after this,
Your skill
he
has
turned on
increased.
vanish mode. So the sky looks kind of pretty. He turned on vanish mode. So I didn't get much of that, and I was drunk and crazy roommate, so.
Of course, while none of these factors necessarily disqualify her claims, there seems to be a lack of concrete evidence. Sure, she was at the hotel that she willingly admits that she went to on her own volition. She said over and over again that she was drunk, but didn't necessarily say what actually happened, and is kind of accusing him of a crime. But regardless of what we think, Joe would actually respond to these allegations stating, "I have used poor judgment, and as a result, I have violated the trust of the people I love most. But anyone who knows me at all knows full well that I wouldn't assault anyone. Working on myself is an ongoing process, and I am now going to take some time away from the public eye to focus my energies where I need to." Despite being vague, Joe's statement tells a lot through subtle context. He doesn't directly deny the encounter between himself and Hope, but does refute the claims that it was non-consensual. Before this statement, it was all just rumors that Joe was like this guy who would
Your skill
frequently
has
hit on
increased.
girls that went to his show and try to get them to meet up with him at his hotel room. But now he seems to be confirming that there was a little bit
Your
of truth
skill has
there. And
increased.
because of his response, it essentially opened the door wide open for others to speak about their encounters with Joe, and additional allegations were given in the following days. Two girls by the name of Brianna and Grace shared a similar story about Joe. After seeing him at a show and tagging him on Instagram, Joe began messaging them in
Your
direct
skill has
messages.
increased.
They went to a second show where they met him backstage for a few minutes. The fans were amazed that they were able to get access to their favorite comedian. They continued chatting with him in DMs and asked if he could give them free tickets to a third show, to which he said yes. When they arrived to the third show, they got to spend more time with him backstage, and they claim this is where Joe started behaving inappropriately.
So then he told us to take a seat with him on the couch, so we
Your
did.
skill has
And
increased.
he was staring at our stomachs, and he was wondering if we had an innie or an outie belly button. And he told us to lift up our shirts, so we did. I mean,
Your skill
it
has
was kind of, we
increased.
couldn't not, you know. So we did, and then he asked to touch them.
Your skill has increased.
That's when it started getting weird. He was stroking our bellies.
What?
That sounds so weird, but I swear to God, that's what he was doing. He was literally
No,
touching
I
our belly
believe you.
buttons. And he kissed her on the cheek before we left. He kissed me on the cheek, and he gave us a $100 bill. Oh my God, yeah, I have a picture of it.
But basically,
I have a
okay, this is
picture
what
of
I was
it.
wearing.
I have a picture of
My
it.
jacket with like that yellow wristband for.
Oh my god, yeah, I have a picture of it.
And this is the $100 bill he gave us. You can see I'm wearing the same red jacket with the same wristband. It's like over there in the corner. But yeah, this is a $100 bill he gave us. He whipped it out and he said, "For driving so far, for like seeing me."
So afterwards, he felt bad because we had to drive so far to get back, and he ended up buying us a hotel, like a $200 hotel.
Basically, like, this is all we really have about the hotel because, like, we didn't get pictures of it or anything because we were so, like, fed up in the moment and, like, excited about it because, like, obviously he's a celebrity and he was, like, spending money on us. We were like, oh my God, like, what the heck? But he was still kind of, like, weird in the moment, so we were like, you know? But, yeah, this is me saying, like, gonna buy us one in the same hotel as you. And he put it in vanish mode like he did with, yeah, but he put it in vanish mode, he was saying stuff, and then he said, he was like saying like it's too risky for me to do that.
The girls then alleged that Joe purchased a hotel room for them across the street from the hotel he was staying at, to the point where they were even able to wave at each other through the windows. They claimed he would strategically turn on vanish mode whenever he said something extremely inappropriate, but they alleged that he was asking for explicit pictures and for them to come over to his hotel room at night.
So we're at the hotel at this time, the one he bought us, and he's still texting us, and he is asking us for videos of us kissing, making out. I mean, all of that. He was literally basically begging us to come over to his hotel, saying that he'll sneak us around the back so none of his, people on set would see. And he was literally just trying everything with the charger, with, just asking us in general. Like, are you gonna come over? Are you gonna come over? We're like, yeah, no, we're not doing that because, we're not, like, obviously we're not gonna go over there to a 50-year-old, like, hotel room, like, in the middle of the night, We knew what he wanted. Yeah, obviously, that's what he wanted. He was asking us for nudes. He wanted us. Like, yeah. And we decided not to go over there. Obviously, because we were like,
Your
this is
skill
crazy.
has
He literally has
increased.
a wife and kids.
What makes this situation complicated is that both Brianna and Grace seemed to understand, at least on some level, that what was happening wasn't right. They knew the dynamic was inappropriate. An adult man, famous and married at the time, blurring boundaries with young fans. But knowing something is wrong and acting on that knowledge are two very different things. They were young, impressionable, and caught in the thrill of being noticed by someone they admired. For them, this wasn't just a weird 50-something-year-old. It was Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers, someone they'd watched for years on television. Then again, they also wanted to remind everyone that they weren't accusing him of a crime.
This is not a video about him insulting us in any way, shape, or form. Nothing physical happened. It was nothing at all. Nothing. He's not a great man, and what we should be focused on is not teenage girls going to his hotel. What we should be focused on is a 50-year-old man inviting teenage girls to hotels. Married. That's the problem. Married with kids. Yeah. This is the problem, guys.
A former employee of Joe Gatto spoke with People magazine, alleging to have met Joe at only 15 years old. Once she turned 18, she says he became more flirtatious and possessive, allegedly groping her in an elevator and inviting her
Oh
to
my
his
God, he
hotel room
one-shot
to
me.
cuddle. But sometimes Joe didn't even wait for them to turn 18. Another young woman released a TikTok of her own, claiming to have been only 15 years old when Joe solicited nude pictures from her on Snapchat.
Hello, my name is Mandy, and when I was 15 years old, Joe Gatto from the Impractical Jokers groomed me.
On the surface, it may seem like all these allegations are baseless due to a lack of evidence. Then again, all these stories show a consistent pattern of behavior. The use of applications like Snapchat and Instagram to send non-permanent messages to teenage girls, all of them being explicit in nature, and almost all of them end with an invitation to a hotel room. Joe's initial response was outdated at this point, and he quickly canceled his upcoming tour dates and issued a new statement. Having taken some time to reflect, I've decided to voluntarily enter an
he had to go to rehab.
continue working on myself. I just want to thank my friends, fans, and especially my family for all of their support, never more so than over the last few days. Even if you think all of these allegations from these girls are complete lies, I mean, there has to be some truth to them considering Joe's responses. Plus, the impact of them on the show was very real. Joe had now been missing from the show for years, and the ratings had continued to plummet. Now that his absence was associated with these shameful allegations, it raised questions about the entire show, and specifically the other cast members. The other three guys had remained dead silent throughout this entire ordeal, and to this day haven't said a word about the situation.
This
You
is
would think
Norvalin. I
lifelong
don't
best
have
friends would be
Norvalin.
extremely quick to defend their buddy, but they didn't. And now people think they might have some skeletons in their closet that they didn't want revealed, specifically Murr, who had two women came out with allegations of their own against him. The first came from a fan who claimed to be underage when they met, and seemingly had a relationship over the span of 2 years when she was 16 to 18. She provided texts of her and Murr going back and forth, where he admits to being drunk and inviting her to come over. She also provided multiple pictures of them together, as well as pictures taken in a photo booth of them kissing. But she also said, "Please note I acted like I was older than I was at first, but he saw my ID the first time we met and continued, it was just an unspoken fact. I take full responsibility for that. I was young and stupid." These allegations made this joke age like milk.
What I'm going to do today is teach you some tips and tricks on how to optimize your computer to the best of its ability.
Let's check out my trash bin.
Down here is your recycle bin. This is where you throw things away. Let's take a look at my recycle bin. Throw out what you do not need. For example, barely legal that GIF. So, I didn't need it anymore. I threw it away.
The second allegation came from a TikTok user named Fall1995. The account shows a mountain of different screenshots and text conversations from when she was 16 and Murr was 35. When asked if the formula of the show was simple, 4 lifelong friends compete with each
What?
other
You
to
like
perform
jumped
in
back
their
way
comedian.
far.
They continued chatting with non-consensual. Before this statement, it was all just rumors that Joe was like this guy who would freak
roommate, so.
Of course, while none of these factors necessarily disqualify her claims, there seems to be a lack.
I lost my place in this video and I'm going to bed, guys. I'm terribly sorry. So I am going to post this video now. And with a reminder, you have been watching Skycat Live. I'm a full-time variety gamer all day, every day. Put me on in the background. Click on the cast face to donate. Come to the Twitch or the YouTube. Give me a like, sub, or a follow. Tomorrow I will be playing some more Arc Raiders. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to bed. I will be posting these videos on my channel. As always, I have thousands of videos on my channel. Come check me out. This one didn't get uploaded for some reason. I don't know why. Select file. So, oops, no, that's not going to work, is it? I need to actually know the number, and I don't know. Oh, that's taking a long time. So I needed, okay, 2029-13, 2029-13 was yesterday's last second. Hi. Which was the third? No, not the third, the second. And it's that I went 11-1, 11-1. It's that's part 11-2 actually. 11-2. Save. You are 2029-13, so I'm gonna need to upload that one. 2029-13. Okay, go. And then you are part 2. Hi, kitty. Of 1102. Yeah. Got a lot of uploading to do. Gonna get away from the crystal because it's loud. There we go. And okay, so I love the crystal. Oh. Oh, poor kitty. You doing okay? Yeah, you're okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna upload today's and go through that whole rigmarole. I'm gonna try and find where I was in that video, guess, because I'm gonna upload.
Lack of concrete evidence. Sure, she was at the hotel that she willingly admits that she went to on her own volition. She said over and over again that she was drunk, but didn't necessarily say what actually happened and is kind of accusing him of a crime. But regardless of what we think, Joe would actually respond to these allegations stating, "I have used poor judgment and as a result, I have violated the trust of the people I love most. But anyone who knows me at all knows full well that I wouldn't assault anyone. Working on myself is an ongoing process, and I am now going to take some time away from the public eye to focus my energies where I need to."
Okay, I'm going to stop here.
Despite being vague, Joe's statement tells a lot through subtle context. He doesn't directly deny the encounter between himself and Hope, but does refute the claims that